Hi everyone, in this video we'll try to discuss if a graph is given, then from the graph, let's say 2 points in the graph is given, how can we find out the equation of that line? If we join that 2 points, we can actually, as you know, if we join any 2 points, we get some straight line. Let's say this and this. If you join, then you get some straight line. Now if it is on some grid, on the graph paper, then actually the coordinate of the points, if the values are given, then the main thing is how can we find out the equation of this line, then extend our ideas, this kind of thing. How can we do it? This thing we will try to discuss in this video. So for this, actually I developed a little maths here, some work. If you can see it, let's bring it closer to you. So I think now you can see it. There is 2 points given, 1,1 and 3,2. Then one line is given. We will discuss about that line. First we will try to find out the equation of the line, given equation of the line for the points 1,1 and 3,2. okay, that 2 points. So first of all, we will try to find out the equation of the line. Do you want me to do it here? Okay, I can do it here also instead of doing it there. So equation of the line for these 2 points. Okay, one point is 3,2, one point is 1,1, 1,1, another point is 3,2. So we have these 2 points. Now, as you know, to find out the equation of the line, first let's find out the slope. Okay, so m equals to what? y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So y2 is what here? y2 is 2 minus y1 is 1. Then x2 minus x1. x2 means 3, x1 means 1. So the answer comes, this 2 minus 1 is 1, 3 minus 1 is 2. So answer comes this. Now our formula for finding equation of line is when a point in point slope form is y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. This is the formula. So y minus y1, so this point 1 equal to m means 1 by 2, then x minus x1 means 1. This is the thing. Then y minus y1, this is 1 equals to half of x minus 1 by 2. I just multiplied both of the number by the half. Then y equals to, we have half of x minus 1 by 2. Then this one, add 1 in the both sides, so this will be 1 here and this one will be cancelled out. Or just you can think, send it to the other side, then sign changes. This way also you can think. Half of x, then this is 1 and this is, so this will be plus half remaining here. And I kept it in the slope intercept form. As you know, y equal to mx plus c, mx plus b, both is slope intercept form. So this is the equation of these 2 points. If I join these 2 points, then I will get a line. This line's equation is this one. Okay, now this is how you get some equation of line. Now let's extend the idea. Let's extend the idea a little bit. Suppose now I have another line here. Okay, suppose my question is, if you join these 2 points, then will this line will be a perpendicular to this line or parallel to this line or none? It can, maybe it is perpendicular, maybe it is not perpendicular, although it looks like it will be perpendicular. Okay, it looks like y, see this and this, it looks like it will be perpendicular, but maybe it is not, maybe it is yes. Without mathematics, we cannot say it for sure, right? We cannot say it for sure. We have to investigate it, we have to check it. So let's check it. Okay, so let's try to find out the equation of this line. Let's try to find out the equation of this line, then we'll understand it, right? How can I find out the equation of this line? First of all, let's write the coordinate of this point. Coordinate of these points. I really want to use another color, but this colors is actually just let me check one second. I'm sorry. Yeah, these colors. This color says dry actually. I have red, I have yellow, this blue. I actually have another. If this is another color, this will look very nice. Okay, all right. In some other video I will use different colors. I have actually in the university, I didn't bring it here. this is dry here anyway, or I will go to the market here. So if I write it under color, then it would look nice. Okay, anyway, so let's try to write the coordinate first here. What is the coordinate here? So this is 1, then downside 1 2 3, so this is 1 comma 3. See, 1, then 1 2 3, so this is 1 comma minus 3 because downside, that's why minus 3. This is what? 0 comma minus 1, 0 comma, this point is 0 comma minus 1, x below 0, y below minus 1. So our new points are one is 0 comma minus 1, another one is 1 comma minus 3. These are our new points. So same process, okay, same process. So m equals to what? M equals to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. So y2 is minus 3, minus y1 is minus 1, y2 minus this minus is coming from the formula, minus y1 there is a minus here, that's why. Then divided by x2 minus x1 is what? X2 is 1, minus x1 is 0. So what we have here is minus 3, minus a plus, minus plus, then this is 1. That means it is what? Minus 2 divided by 1. Minus 2 divided by 1 means minus 2. Okay, downside, if there is 1, denominator is 1, then you do not have to write that thing, because everywhere there is that denominator 1, so we do not need to write that. Or let me write it. Minus this, so downside is 1, then again minus 2 divided by 1 means minus 2, this way. Now same formula, okay, same formula. Y minus y1 equals to m into x minus x1. Then y minus y1, y1 is this, right? Yes, this. So minus 1 equals to, then m means minus 2, x minus x1 is 0. By the way, don't get confused, but actually you can use other points also if you want. But if you use other points for this case also, it's not necessary that you have to use this point here, minus 1 and 0. You can use this minus 3 and 1 also. Okay, here answer will come same, no worries, answer will come same. But you cannot use one value from here, another value from there in this equation. You have to use both the value from the one point here, then your answer will come. Don't get confused, or just simply follow the method, follow this method always. This is y1, this is x1 y1 here, so x1 y1 is here. Just use this value if you get confused. This is the process, okay. Then this is plus 1 equal to minus twice x, then y equal to what? Minus twice x minus 1. And this makes sense. See, y-intercept is minus 1, y-intercept is minus 1 here. It makes sense, okay. Now as we are trying to investigate if this line and the line which we will get by joining these two lines, if they are perpendicular or parallel. Now look at this. The slope here is, say this is our m1 is half, and slope here is, say this is m2 is minus 2. Then if you multiply both of them, m1 into m2 equals to what? So m1 is half into m2 is minus 2. So 2 and 2 cancel out, answer is minus 1. Cancel out, so answer is minus 1, because one is denominator, one is numerator. And you know, if m1 equal to m2, then they are perpendicular. This 2 is perpendicular to each other. So they are perpendicular to each other. That means this line, and if you draw a line here, they will be perpendicular to each other. This line here, and this line. If you join these 2 points, you will get a line, okay. If you extend it, you will get a line, and this line, they will be perpendicular to each other. Now you can say, sir, oh, this you are actually doing it, maybe you can actually do it here. See, this slope you already know, this slope you already know, so you can actually do it by this. This value, see, this value is the same value. See, 1 by 2, and this value is minus 2, same. You do not have to take it from here and from here. This is true. This is true. No need. If you let's say if the question is investigate if they're perpendicular to each other, just do this one and do this. Suppose if the question is if someone asks you find the equation of the line, then you have to do this part. If someone asks you find the equation of this line, this line. If someone asks you find the equation of this line, then you have to do this part. If someone asks you find the equation of this line, then you have to do this part. If someone asks you investigate it, find it out if this line and this line is perpendicular to each other, then you will just find out their slope and prove this part here. Okay, final part here, because for perpendicular you can choose this one. Now you can say, sir, oh, you investigated if it is perpendicular or not, but what about the parallel? Hey, if two line is perpendicular to each other, then they never can be parallel. Okay, suppose if the line is already perpendicular to each other like this, perpendicular to each other 90 degree, then they can never be like this, so you do not have to check it. Okay, and why the reason is, basic concept is, when you see this line is going this way and these 2 points are coming this way, so most likely they will be perpendicular or not, but parallel is impossible, because this is grid. On the grid, if you see this and if you see some line is like this, then most likely they are parallel. Okay, these two lines can be parallel, it can never be perpendicular, it's impossible here. So you will test, if you see in the question paper, suppose if you see line are like this, one line is like this, another line is like this, so what you will test? You will test if they are parallel. When they are parallel, if this slope and this slope is same, if both slope is same, if m1 equal to m2, then parallel. Okay, and if m1 into m2 equal to -1, then perpendicular. So these two rules. I mean, you have to use your reasoning skill, some critical thinking skill. Like the question is like this, so how you will solve it? Okay, it depends on the question. Suppose if the question is just only find out the equation of the line, then this part, because this is the equation of the line, only this part. But for the equation of the line, definitely you have to find out the slope, or else what you will put here. Okay, m equal to, so you need to do this whole part. This equation, suppose question is find this equation, you have to do this whole part. Suppose the question is if it is perpendicular, you have to do this part. For that you need slope and slope, so you can use it here. Okay, so this way you can try to answer any questions of this type, which involves this kind of operation, this kind of reasoning skills and other things. Basically, using this technique, actually you can solve any questions related to a straight line. Any questions you can solve by this concept, because if in any form either slope will be given, if the slope is given, suppose let's write the most extreme situation. Suppose for one question only slope. This discussion is finished. I am just extending the idea little bit. Suppose slope is given 2 and some point is given 1,2. So how can you find out the equation of that line? See this formula. Okay, slope is given and 1 point is given, that means x1 y1 is given. So by this formula, for this kind of math, just only this part is enough. Do you understand? That's why I said by this concept you can actually solve all the math related to straight line, more or less. If there is some extreme situation, then you will see, like let's say about 98 to 99% math you can solve by this concept. Other things is extreme situation. I mean, you'll be pushed to some extreme direction. Then that's the difference. Let's say intercept is what, then other things is what. For the intercept, you have to put x equal to 0 one time, y equal to 0. So that's some extension. That's not here. Okay, x intercept, y intercept, we can find out from this. That's another thing. But similar topic, you can solve all the maths. You can solve by these concepts. Anyway, hope it helps. Okay, all the best. Bye bye.